Well, good day and welcome to a half hour full of holiday planning. It's time to sit back, relax and cruise away with Derek and Joe. Now, we have a royal appointment to keep and it just won't wait, Joe.
That's right. This show is all about the new and sparkling Queen Anne from Cunard. And it's time for us to take some superb voyages on the new way to cruise in style with modern day touches combined with a heritage cruise line that knows how to do it in style. Are you ready to explore?
I am so ready. So we've lined up 3 fabulous trips on Queen Anne. All of them feature a city break stay in London, and from England we're heading around the British Isles, up to the Norwegian fjords and the North Cape, and up to the magical geothermal wonders of Iceland. We'll start though around the British Isles. Now this is for the 5th of June next year, and our 18 nights start by flying from Sydney over to London, and we've got 3 nights in a hotel to sightsee England's glorious capital. Lovely. Good time to see it as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You might have a chance of some sunshine showing its, bright rays. But if not, London, the great thing about London is that you have a ton of incredible museums and castles and all kinds of different incredible things to explore. Big Ben, Houses of Parliament, Buckingham Palace, the Natural History Museum. And we've included your transfer down to Southampton to board the beautiful new Queen Anne for 12 nights on board. Wow, this is Cunard's first ship in over a decade, and she joins the fleet. Proud and beautiful, and my goodness, you're going to be really some of the first passengers on board. She was only launched in 2024. So look, maybe you've already cruised Cunard in the past and you're desperate to get on board Queen Anne, and rightly so, because Cunard is traditional cruising at its finest. In fact, it hails from the original cruise lines, the White Star Line. So you'll get to enjoy all of the hallmarks of the heritage of this amazing brand and everything that is quintessential cruising and quintessentially British, from the white-gloved afternoon teas to the formal nights, which everybody raves about in Cunard because they really know how to do it in style. You've got this beautiful Gecko-inspired staircase, and of course, when you think of the grand age of cruising, you think of the Art Deco period, the 30s and 40s, don't you? So it really sits nicely in line with the theme and everything that this cruise line is all about. And you look at that lounge. It
is very charming. I mean, if you've sailed the other Cunard ships before, what you'll find is Queen Anne is a little bit of a page turner for Cunard, because it's got those lovely modern touches mixed with that traditional flair that Cunard is known for as well. It's a lovely cruise, and of course you always think of Cunard, don't you, as doing those quintessential transatlantic crossings from Southampton to New York and back. And what you've got here is your chance to go in and out of Southampton and then travel around the British Isles, which I think will be really lovely. It's beautifully in step with your cruise line and the ship itself, and the pomp and the and the lovely ceremony that comes with it, the daily afternoon tea, the trivia. It's going to feel really quite grand, this trip. Remember, you've just spent some time in London. I think you'll be suitably impressed when you see Queen Anne down at Southampton in the port, and you'll be looking forward to your 12-night cruise heading from Southampton first up to Scotland.
Yes, and we're into Edinburgh first, which is quite simply breathtaking. It offers a diverse range of attractions. You've got the historical landmarks and cultural experiences. You're going to want to head up to Edinburgh Castle, wander the Royal Mile, and visit the National Museum if you can. Invergordon's next, which is the home of a Loch Ness, of course. This incredible, fable that you can learn all about whilst you're there, or head on up to a distillery to taste some delicious Scottish whiskey. We're into Stornoway on the Isle of Lewis in the Outer Hebrides next, which has been inhabited for over 6,000 years. In fact, you'll want to see the Cavendish standing stones, which are a natural phenomenon. It's amazing. Then we're into the Isle of Skye, and this is known for the Portree Harbour and the Donnan Castle. Of course, many of you will be heading to this part of the world to see the locks, the castles, enjoy the whisky distilleries. So make sure you book your excursions to do those things, of course. Oban's next, and known for its distillery, of course. So again, you can taste that delicious whiskey.
There's a theme here, isn't there?
It is somewhat of a theme. You might even want to look up your family's tartan if there's a connection there. That's
absolutely. Have a kilt made.
You can have it made, yeah. Belfast is next on our list, and it's quite simply one of the friendliest cities I've ever visited. You can head to the Titanic exhibit because this was the last stopping point for the Titanic. That's fascinating, actually. It's also a Game of Thrones filming location. Cork. Oh, you've got to kiss the Blarney Stone here if you can. Head to Blarney Castle. There's a whole excursion you can do where you get to go and kiss the stone, see the castle, learn about the history and folklore surrounding this amazing place. Now, a day at sea sees us back into Southampton, and we've included your transfer back to the airport for your flight back to Sydney, Australia.
Isn't it wonderful? Think of all the lush green countryside you are going to see here, going up and around Scotland and the islands that are up in Scotland as well as going over to Belfast and down to the Republic of Ireland as well. It's just such a lovely put together itinerary, and it goes so beautifully with the calm and the glamour of cruising with Cunard as well. I love it. And remember, Queen Anne, she's relatively new as well. You are going to enjoy this. I think you'll love it. You'll love the tradition, you'll love the charm, you'll love the destinations, and you'll love, of course, who wouldn't love that city break in London as well for 3 nights in a hotel. We've sorted out all your flights here as well. You can put a deposit down on this to make it happen, and the price tag, again, honestly, it befuddles me every time I see, because there's a lot of travel involved here. But the great thing is you get that longest journey out of the way first. You arrive in London, you've got plenty of time to get yourself back up the right way, enjoy the sights and sounds of London. And then we've included that transfer, remember, to get you down to Southampton, which is where the cruise goes from, which is brilliant. That in itself is quite a scenic journey as well. You can take a coach journey from the centre of London down to Southampton. So you go through some wonderful parts of the UK to do that. And then when you're on board Queen Anne, 12 fabulous nights. You are going to love it. Going right the way around the British Isles, amazing ports in Scotland and the islands, Belfast and Cork, back into Southampton, transfer back up to the airport in London, and your flight back to Sydney. As I said, a deposit today will lock this price tag in for you, but do be quick, because I know there are a lot of people over in the UK who are looking at this cruise as well, because of course for those guys it's a local cruise, and it's a very, very popular cruise as well, on a grand ship on the brand new Queen Anne. Here's everything that's included for you, and indeed your upgrade prices if you want to. Maybe this is a special occasion, maybe you do want to enjoy the sights and sounds of going around the UK and the British Isles from your balcony, having your afternoon tea on a balcony, having your bacon and eggs or eggs Benedict out on your balcony for breakfast with a nice glass of freshly squeezed orange juice. I'm there. Throw in a glass of champagne, I'm even more there.
Oh, yes.
Amazing. Listen, call us right now. You want to talk to the team. If you want to play around with the stays, of course, you can. We can cost those up for you, no problem. 1300 408 764 is our toll-free telephone line. And of course, if when you finish this holiday in London, maybe there's something you want to do on the way back. Maybe you want to go to Dubai or Barcelona or loads of different options. Again, you can tailor it all with our team. But remember, with a holiday like this, where it's got so many different elements to it, having someone else book it is always easiest, really, isn't it? Because then you can just enjoy the holiday itself. And in terms of us, well, we've been putting together holidays for an awful long time now.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll-free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway. You know you want to.
Fabulous. That's us here at CruiseAway. And please tell everyone about us as well, because, of course, we have shows every single day and they're all on our YouTube channel as well. So just search for CruiseAway Australia and you'll find all the other shows that we've got going on, because we have big adventures right the way around the world. I mean, we love it. We've got the easiest job. This isn't a job, really. Our thing here, that's not a job, is it, really?
No, we were talking about adventures and travel.
Just a
it's
joy.
like, yeah, my idea of a dream, to be honest.
Yeah.
And our second Queen Anne adventure takes us to the magnificent magma and exciting bubbling wonders of Iceland. Wow. Land of the fire and ice. This trip is soon, by the way. Starts on the 30th of July. And again, we're flying Sydney to London for a 3-night stay in the capital of swinging London. Maybe you're going to catch up with some relatives when you're in London town or in the surrounding areas, because everything's easily accessible by, the train lines, which are great. And also you've got the London Underground, the Tube, right there. You've got to have an afternoon tea in Claridge's or the Ritz if you can, or Fortnum's. It's quite the experience. St James's Park, all of those cheeky squirrels will be out in force, as will all the swans. They are ruthless. We've included your transfer to the port of Southampton to join the beautiful Queen Anne, and this time you're going to be on board for 14 fabulous nights.
Wow.
As you head to one of the most exciting geothermal regions of the world.
I've just had an idea. I don't know why I've just had this idea, sorry. I'm going back to London just for a quick second. Make sure you buy a Paddington bear when you're in London and take him on the cruise.
Oh, you've got to get that, exactly.
Got to do that.
Yes.
You.
Take pictures of him outside of those kind of crazy lunar landscapes in Iceland. That would be interesting.
Definitely. Sorry. Anyway,
Yeah,
back to
no,
the
it's
glory
very
of Cunard's Queen. I just had that picture of you with your Paddington taking.
I love it.
Posting all the pictures on your social media and whatever of Paddington having his adventures in Ireland and Iceland that we're going to right now. But anyway, we're looking around the ship right now, and Paddington will have a wonderful time here.
Of course he will.
Have an even better time. You could take Paddington to afternoon tea. Doesn't he like a sandwich?
He likes a marmalade sandwich.
He does like
they
a
could probably
marmalade.
make one for him. But you'll definitely want to have the cucumber sandwiches, because that's a British tea traditional favourite. And you can have them every day. You can have scones and jam and cream every day. And you can have champagne every day if you want to as well. You can add that on. And that's, heightening the experience of that incredible afternoon tea.
Well, you know what I always say, Joe? When on Cunard, you kind of have to do these things, don't you? You don't do them every single day. And just as easily, you can disappear into the pub.
Oh, you can.
Go and have fish and chips.
I tell you what, if you're a dancer, if you and your partner love to ballroom dance, this is the cruise to go on, because they are all about their dancing. And you'll see, even if you're not a dancer, you can watch people spinning around the floor. It is fascinating. They do also have classes for all different types of dance, and they have dance professionals coming. I know.
It's good.
Dance professionals coming on board to teach you salsa or tango, or whatever is a specialty.
Come back with a new talent.
You can. You can absolutely come back with a new talent, or you can come back having tried to learn a new talent.
Yes.
Which is the important thing, right? It's all in the lesson. It's all in the adventure. It's all in the journey.
Yeah. Please don't break anything though.
Yeah.
Come back in one piece with Paddington, please. Thanks.
Oh my goodness. Head on up to the Commodore Club for some lovely views over the bow of the ship and a nice aperitif perhaps. I could see you there with the Kir Royale, looking at the volcanoes of Iceland. Now we're cruising out of Southampton and Winter Island first. Cork, of course, known for not just the Blarney Stone, but also some wonderful, little pubs and restaurants around the harbour area, which you can just enjoy a nice pint of Guinness while you're there. You've got to do it. Reykjavik's next, and then we have an overnight on board in the Icelandic capital, where I'd very much recommend heading to the Blue Lagoon in late afternoon, early evening. Now you'll be there in the land of the midnight sun, because we're in July, so it will be 24-hour of sunshine, 24-hour daylight, which is quite an experience. It's Fjordur is next, and this is really fascinating. Of course, we're in the fjords here of Iceland. The dramatic landscapes will be amazing, and then you can head to the Heritage Museum, the West Fjords, to learn about this. Next up, it's Akureyri. And this has been inhabited for over 6,000 years. You've got dramatic sea cliffs, you've got incredible whale watching to enjoy there, learn about the Vikings, learn about, the incredible history behind these ports. Greenock in Scotland awaits us next for Loch Lomond. And the lochs in Scotland are quite a draw, and they are absolutely beautiful. And you're there at the best time of year to actually be able to see, clear views over the lochs, which is wonderful. Liverpool is next, and what a city Liverpool is. It's fascinating. You can learn about the Beatles, and in fact take in the steps of the Fab Four tour if you can, to tread the steps of the Beatles and tell your friends and family back home you've done it. Now, a day at sea sees us back into Southampton, and we've included your transfer to the airport to fly you back home to Australia.
I'm so glad I had that idea about Paddington now, because all of those places that we went to, and you can see there's a couple of names there. There's some lovely scenic cruising that you'll be taking around Iceland as well, in between Isafjordur and Greenock in Scotland, which will be really, really lovely. You will love it. And Paddington will love it. Just think of, I can see him now in all of those different places, including Liverpool, enjoying the sound of the Beatles. Oh, you're going to love it. This is brilliant. It's going soon as well, so don't miss out on your chance to cruise Cunard to Iceland, Ireland, Scotland and England. It's incredible. It's really incredible. Look at this price tag again. Grab this right now. This is incredibly popular. Our DreamAway price tag here includes your flight from Sydney to London, a 3-night hotel stay there in the capital, before a coach transfer down to Southampton to join Cunard's Queen Anne for 2 weeks of cruising with the charm of Cunard, with the modern cruising touches as you sail away up to Iceland, exploring the wonderful ports, enjoying an overnight in the capital, Reykjavik. You'll also visit Ireland, Glasgow in Scotland and Liverpool in England, cruise ending back in Southampton, a transfer there back to the airport in London and your flight back to Oz, all for that amazing price tag. Now, if you can, you should, and here's everything that's included for that price tag as well. I think it's honestly, it's incredible. And with the Paddington touch, and all you got to do is Google where you can buy a little squashy Paddington. You'll be able to buy those all over London, won't you? Go to somewhere like Leicester Square or one of the touristy shops, you'll find them. What you've got to do as well, while you're in London as well, is go to King's Cross train station.
I was just going to mention that.
Yeah, and then you can go to platform 9 3/4.
Yes.
Yeah, I know they have them set up all over the place when you go to various theme parks and whatever, but that's the one at King's Cross Station in London, and you'll have plenty of time to do that as part of your stay, which will be great.
But Derek, don't try and run into it like they do in the film, though.
No, please don't. No, please don't. Yeah, it can be a long queue waiting for that picture.
That's movie
as well.
magic, yes.
Yeah, you just have to do one of those action shots, don't you? Get one of those scarves. They give you a scarf that kind of sticks out as if you're running through wind. It's very, very good. So
much fun. I mean, there's so many iconic movie scene settings in London as well that you'll recognise. Now, finally in this show, we're in search of Northern Lights and delicious valleys as we cruise to the North Cape and stunning fjords of Norway. Now, our 19-night trip starts on the 17th of June next year, flying first over to London for a free 3-night city break hotel stay there.
Good, we're back in London. There's also M&M's World in London. I don't know why I've just thought of that.
There absolutely is. There's M&M's
Leicester
World.
Square.
Carnaby Street, again. You can learn all about where people used to hang out in the swinging 60s.
Funky
and
shopping.
Liberties of London. You've got Harrods, Selfridges. I mean, all of these iconic department stores are worth a visit. And go to Harrods just for the Egyptian staircase. It's incredible.
And go to the markets as well, because they're quite fun and they're quite vibrant. You still have all the people going, you know, I've got all these apples here for £1. You know, all of that kind of stuff. It's brilliant. We've included that transfer again from Victoria Coach Station down to the port in Southampton, ready for your wonderful cruise on the brand new Queen Anne, of course, and here she is again. Listen, I'd love to see your photos when you come back from your cruise as well. Please get in touch with us when you get back, because I would love to see them. But you are just going to have the greatest time, because I would say, actually, out of all of the Cunard vessels, there's maybe slightly less formality on the Queen Anne than maybe traditionally you might have seen on the other Cunard ships. Of course, you've got those opportunities. every night if you want to dress up in your absolute finest. But actually life is generally in cruising these days is becoming that little bit more casual,
more
and
low-key.
Yeah, it's kind of daytime, nighttime really. So, you know, here we're going up to the Norwegian fjords. So we're not necessarily seeking out the sunshine. We are seeking out long days at this time of year. But, you know, casual and comfortable as you would dress every day, I would say, to a place like this. And then it's kind of evening where things kind of smarten up a little bit. But listen, you're in the most amazing surroundings. You know, it might not be something that you do every single day, but you think if you're going out to celebrate somebody's birthday or something like that, you would dress up, wouldn't you, and dress for the occasion?
Absolutely. And I'd say pack the glad rags.
Yeah.
Pack them, though, because this is the place to wear them. And some people, come rain or shine, will wear their dinner suit every single night because that's what they want to do.
Yeah, why not?
And you should absolutely do how, you know, make it how you want to experience Cunard. Let's talk about some of the updates. And, you know, if you're familiar with the brand and you love Cunard, there's lots of new exciting venues that have been designed into the ship, such as the Bright Light Society, which is a new entertainment venue and show bar inspired by, you know, historic bold electric light installations and colours, and again that deco vibe, tying back to the traditional age of cruising. And you've got loads of different entertainments here and musicians taking the stage with a host guiding you through the evening. So this is aside from your main theatre, your Royal Court, which is wonderful because it does give you something out, you know, another venue to experience and explore. Now we're cruising out of Southampton, and a couple of days at sea will see us into beautiful Olden in Norway, which is peaceful rural farmsteads and towering wilderness as well. And in fact, you can head up to kayak on the Nordfjord if you love being outside on the water. Trondheim is next on our itinerary, which is fascinating, just to wander around and see some of the beautiful coloured houses, you know, in the town centre, and the cathedral is stunning as well, the Atros Cathedral. Then we're in Tubodo, and this is quite the place to visit if you want to explore a mix of cultural attractions and outdoor as well. You can hike to see some lovely viewpoints over the national park. Then it's Tromsø, and Tromsø is somewhere where you'll get to actually learn a little bit about perhaps the history of, you know, not just the Vikings but also all the traditions. You might see, you know, indeed your chance to see the Polaria Aquarium as well. Then it's Honningsvåg, and this is really very far north in the North Cape here. You can head on up to the ice bar to have that traditional Nordic experience, and again we are here in close to that time of the 24-hour daylight. Andalsnes is next, and this is a beautiful opportunity to go on a railway excursion, which will give you sweeping views over the stunning landscapes and glaciers and fjords, which is the reason we visit this part of the world. Then it's Ålesund. You see right there, the harbour is stunning, but known for its puffins too. So if you're a bit of a bird watcher, I think you'll love learning about that. You might want to take an excursion that's tailored towards, you know, bird spotting. Now here is a flavour of what you might see as you explore the scenic cruising of the incredible fjords. This is an amazing chance to actually get so close, up close and personal with this North Cape, and my goodness, there's nowhere quite like the fjords.
Oh, honestly,
breathtaking.
It is beautiful. It's the most stunning scenery. And of course, because we're cruising right up to the North Cape, so normally nearly up to the Arctic Circle itself, what you've got is some of the biggest skies that you have ever seen. And because you have those longer days, I mean, some nights it just doesn't get dark at all. And there is the chance, even at this time of the year, that you might see the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights. I mean, it can happen at all times of the year. In fact, I think it was last summer, or was it the summer before, people in the UK, right in the south of the UK, were even seeing the Northern Lights in the sky as well at a very unusual time of the year. Now, this isn't the peak season for Northern Lights, but there is nothing to say. It's all to do with solar activity and gases in the atmosphere. So it can actually happen any single day of the year. It really is incredible. Now, you end, of course, your cruise in Southampton, and then we've included the transfer to get you back to the airport in London for your flight back to Sydney. Not that we want to come home. We wanted to talk about the end of the holiday. Let's talk about the beginning of the holiday and the joy it is, because this is such an adventure, a mix of incredible scenery, and this is for next June on board the brand new Queen Anne with Cunard. Let's show you the price tag. Again, actually, haven't we had pretty much the same price tag all the way through the show? I think, unless my memory's going a bit, isn't this the price of all 3 offers have been this price tag? And it's now really, really difficult to kind of, you can watch the show again, by the way, just search for the title, Cunard's New Queen Anne, on our YouTube channel, which is CruiseAway Australia. And you can go back through all of the holidays that we featured, but they've all been the same price and they're all so tempting. Secure this today with a deposit, remember, with our team. So this one includes return flights from Sydney to London. There's a 3-night hotel stay there, and transfers included to and from Southampton, where you cruise Queen Anne for an epic 2-week expedition to the North Cape and Norwegian fjords, enjoying spectacular valleys and villages, and you're up in the North Cape for stunning views and the best vantage point just for those wonderful clear skies. And who knows, the Northern Lights may well come out to play as well. I hope they do for you. It's amazing. This is real adventure in sheer luxury and comfort with the modern day Cunard cruising experience. And whichever one you choose of these packages, you're going to just have the greatest time. I know it. Here's everything that's included for this one then. So actually, we've made this show really, really simple, haven't we, in terms of the price? Do you know what? Even when I was putting this show together, I'm so bowled over by the journeys and the itineraries, which I think with Cunard are fascinating, because they take you to the most charming places, but they also take you to the hot spots as well, which I love. This one, for instance, spends a lot more time up in the North Cape, because they are the most incredible places to be. I mean, when I talk about big skies, you don't really understand what that means until you're in this part of the world and you just see the vastness and openness, and generally, you know, kind of, you know, less cloud in this part of the world as well. Obviously, I'm no meteorologist, can't even say the word, but you know, you've got those kind of unspoilt views, and it's just magical, this part of the world, to go and see. It is very, very nice to do. And again, even if you have had days where the weather's not so clever and great, you've got everything going on inside Queen Anne. So you're like in this wonderful cocooned luxury bubble, aren't you, the whole time? Yeah,
and it's that real indoor-outdoor experience of actually cruising up to the fjords, because it is by far the best way to see this incredible natural phenomenon. You're out there on deck, you know, just taking it all in. It is magical. And it's crazy when you experience the 24-hour daylights, you kind of don't get tired. Yeah. And it's like, wow, you know, you're out there 3 in the morning and it's still bright. Yeah. And the sun hasn't even set yet. Hasn't even set. The sky looks like it's ablaze with colour. It's really the most bizarre experience when you're looking at your watch and thinking, it's 1 a.m. What's going on? It's very energising. You feel very energised and recharged on a cruise like this. And you will, I mean, my goodness, you will have so many photos and so many things to brag about when you come home. Yeah, you certainly will. I can't wait for you to experience it. Thanks for your company as always. See you back here soon. Bye for now.